What's up, everyone? It's Magdom Supreme here. Today, I'm getting a full overview of the Beryl 5.56 AK rifle. These are imported by Arms of America and converted by Atlantic Firearms. I bought this from Atlantic Firearms. On the end, they're threaded half by 28, 18-inch chrome lined, cold hammer forged barrel. Comes with a fixed plastic American stock. I have no problems with this, so it's what I'm rocking. Comes also with a regular AKM style plastic pistol grip. Obviously, I swapped it out for the TDI AKM grip. It ships with these shitty PSAK 101 magazines from Palmetto State Armory. I don't know, I guess Atlantic Firearms just has a lot of these laying around. I've only ran this one through like 2 or 3 times. No malfunction so far, but I've heard very bad things about these magazines, and that's what it ships with. Mine's obviously not in a full military configuration. I kind of gave up on the military classic look for these things because the top rail almost impossible to find right now until until Arms of America gets a shipment in, and then they all sell out the next day. That's just the nature of the game. They make the military Clone Correct stock. It's like adjustable like an M4 stock, and it's all right. I'm gonna get one. I'm planning on it eventually, but they're kind of expensive for what they are, so I'm budgeting out for it. Next, we're gonna get on to magazine compatibility, because that's a big point for 5.56 AKs. Obviously, comes with the PSA AK-101 mag. Majority of what I've been running the entire time I've had this gun have been these WBP clear polymer magazines. They fit and function 100%. I've had some loaded for over a month and they ran perfectly the first time through. Not a single malfunction on this gun at all related to the magazines or the gun itself in any way. My second most popular option for magazines are the AC Unity AK 5.56 magazines. These fit and function good, but they are very tight. As you can see here, you really gotta put some muscle on it to lock it, but it locks fine, feeds perfectly fine, and comes out no problem. You just have to you gotta be a man getting it in there. Option number 3, and the newest option, these are the new Bulgarian commercial polymer 5.56 AK mags. These also fit perfectly. Oh, I say that and I can't even get this one in the gun. It fits perfectly. This one's just a little new. And no wobble to side to side. And these so far have fed perfectly for me. They're great magazines. They look appealing. They make them in black, green, and these tan. I've got all 3 colors. All of them work great. Now your fourth option, at least my fourth option, are Bakelite Surplus AK-74 mags. This is a 45 rounder, and it's got a Pod Arms 223 5.56 follower in it, and it will run reliably with 40 rounds. It won't do 45. It'll jam, and I guess that's just the nature of the beast, running 5.45 magazines. But 40 rounds, and it fits perfectly, and it looks like some drip. I mean, look at that. Come on. So now for customization, these guns are kind of known in the AK community for being a little on the low side of being able to pimp it out with accessories and whatnot. And to some degree, that's correct because of the weird front handguard that the Polish guns use. This is the military issue quad rail. It's like an SLR handguard, except the top part is free floating once you kick this front handguard retainer off. Here, I'll do it right here for you on camera. You take the front handguard retainer off, if I can do it. There it goes. And the top of this just pops right off. Maybe it's a little tight. Alright, I'm just going to leave it on here for now. But take my word for it, it does come off. But it has a weird front handguard retainer which limits the accessories it can take. You have to have a proprietary upper handguard to fit these things properly. Comes with, from the factory, an excellent enhanced safety. It's just obviously a finger shelf safety. I have an AK thumb grips rubber enhanced charging handle on here. Has never come off, stayed rock steady the whole time. The piece I get the most questions about is the Texas Weapon Systems dogleg rail cover. This replaces your recoil spring and your dust cover, and obviously gives you an optics mounting platform that completely holds zero, by the way. You can open and close this thing, take the gun apart, clean it, and it will hold zero. I assure you, I've done it myself. I didn't believe it at first when I bought it, but it's really surprised me and held up really well so far. What's next? Hollow Sun, red dot, obviously, magnifier. I can squeeze like 3 inches with this thing in 100 yards. Pretty good, pretty solid. From the factory, comes with an enhanced magazine release paddle. And let me tell you right there, worth it. This makes reloading, it's like a dream. You thought reloading AKs was easy before? This is like reloading AKs on easy mode, okay? It's impossible to miss with your thumb, and the magazines just fall right out of there. The magazine well is cut perfectly on this thing. Good job, Atlantic Firearms. My one gripe, the only thing I don't like about the guns, the muzzle device setup kind of sucks. As you can see, I've swapped out the stock muzzle device. They come with a muzzle device that is very similar to the real muzzle device on the Polish guns that they use in the military. Sorry, brain fart. But they are not secured in the same way. In the Polish military, they press and pin the muzzle device onto the end of the gun because they fire rifle grenades off of the end of them. Well, not in Atlantic Firearms, or whoever puts the muzzle devices on them doesn't do that. They just put it's designed and looks exactly like the Polish muzzle device, but it's threaded 1/2x28, and they secured it with red Loctite. And I'm telling you right now, I had some trouble getting that thing off of the end of this gun, but I did it with a rubber tension wrench and got the job done. I've got this is a JMac 2-port 5.56 brake. Got it shimmed on here with a couple washers, you probably won't be able to see them, and then secured with more red Loctite. Just came back from the range a few minutes ago and she's still on there, hasn't moved at all. Excellent. Once you put a real muzzle device on here, this thing shoots so soft you wouldn't believe it. Before, you could tell it was overgassed just because the muzzle device didn't do very much to help you with the recoil. But after installing this JMac Customs brake, it's night and day difference. It's like softer than an AR-15 for all my AR guys out there. The only other noteworthy mods, goon tape on the stock to stop from slipping up and down my shirt. Vickers AK sling, the best sling ever made. And a BCM front grip, because holding onto a quad rail sucks, if you know. Quad rail gang. Only downside of this setup is the Texas Weapon Systems cover removes the iron sights up here in the front, as you can see. I don't know who sells it. It's probably Texas Weapon Systems themselves, but there's a rear aperture iron sight that you can buy and install on here. That's what I'm going to do eventually, but we're getting around to it. And that's all my thoughts and impressions after, I think we're around 800 rounds. We're definitely over 500, but not quite at 1,000 yet. Getting close though, and plenty more videos to come, because there's really no kind of content out there for the WZ.96. And I'm going to fix that. So you guys have a good day. Check out the description of the video. You'll find my Instagram, and you can see plenty of videos of me shooting this thing and awesome memes and other good content. So peace out. God bless.